college football. We had our week of bowl mania. The college football bowl season has almost at this point come and gone. Nearly every game has been played already. I do believe there's one more non-championship game to play.
Tomorrow night.
Is that correct? Yep. That's tomorrow night.
LSU, Kansas State.
Yeah. LSU, Kansas State will be played tomorrow. That's Tuesday. Is that right? When you're saying tomorrow, we were recording this on Monday. Show will come out on Tuesday. And then obviously the championship game, which we will preview here shortly with Alabama and Georgia. But we did have the big week this past week. Several games were played by the time between when we recorded last up until this past week. Real quickly, I'm just going to go through some of these. I'm just going to go through these scores just to kind of recap these. I'll allow you to give your input on any of these if you decide to, any of these games that you did watch that you care about as, a fan of meaningless college football games.
Let me just throw this out there. I am absolutely stunned that Logan is talking about college bowl games because they are the bane of his existence. He does not want college bowl games. He hates college bowl games, and he doesn't want to watch football between December 15th and January 5th.
They're meaningless, Greg. These are meaningless games.
No, they're not.
Why should I care about a 6-6 football
Did you
team
watch them? There were great bowl games. There was like 5 or 6 great college football games.
It's just like it's exhibition games. Why should I I got too much other crap going on around the holiday season. I'm sorry.
I think meaningless is the wrong word.
Why?
Because they mean something. You're telling me that if Illinois goes to let me find a bowl.
Why should I be celebrating a 6-win Illinois team?
If Illinois goes
why should I be celebrating a 6-win Illinois team?
If Illinois goes to the Fiesta Bowl instead of Notre Dame and they play Oklahoma State and they lose by 2,
sure.
You don't think that's a meaningless game? You think that's a meaningless game?
Hold on. We're on 2 different conversations here. The New Year's 6 bowl games are a little bit different than these non-New Year's 6 bowl games. Do you agree? Why should I care about a 6-win Illinois football team?
Well then let me give you this example.
Yes, if they were playing for a little bit more than that, sure. I understand what you're saying.
What about the Citrus Bowl? Not a New Year's 6 bowl, but it was played on January 1st. Is it meaningless?
Iowa and Kentucky? What? Yeah. Okay.
Did you see Kentucky's reaction when they won that game?
Listen.
It means something. Winning a bowl game means something. It doesn't matter if you're 6-6 or if you're 10-2.
It means something because this is just the society that we built for the last however many years. I think it's ridiculous. I want a playoff.
I mean, you're going to get that.
I want a 24 team playoff.
You're not going to get that.
Best. I want 24 teams. I want to care about every single postseason game that you're going to offer me.
So you think if they go to 24,
is it
you think if they go to 24, no one else gets a bowl game? You think to go to a postseason in football, you should have to make the 24?
Why are we still doing this? I don't know. Maybe I'm not diehard of a football fan enough for this. And I think that's probably the point here.
Let me ask you this. If Illinois goes to the Duke's Mayo Bowl and they beat UNC and Brett Bielema gets a tub of mayo dumped on his head, you're telling me that's meaningless?
It's television. This is just television. That's all this is. Why is football different? Okay, I understand that this is 2022 and we've been doing this for X amount of years and that it's never changed and it's not going to change. But why? Why is there not a playoff system? Why did they just decide someday that they're just going to get one extra game to go play against some team that they have no connection to at some location that fans can just go to for a little vacation, and not have any. Eventually they added the BCS championship game and eventually they went to this 14 playoff and eventually we're going to go to an 18 playoff or a 12 team playoff, whatever. We're moving towards the direction. I just don't understand why we have 30 football games that I'm supposed to care about.
Do you think the smart answer is safety? They don't want to add 4 more or 3 more games to the season.
It probably is.
So you just give them 1 game, call it a bowl game, and then that's the postseason.
I don't know. This goes into the whole. I don't know. There are certainly a lot of things. I'm sorry if I offended you, and those fans out there. I
just think meaningless is the wrong word.
Games.
I think meaningless is the wrong word.
They do mean something to those players because that's what our sports society has instilled in them. They are playing for a bowl game.
Yeah.
They can't play for a national title, so they get 1 more game. I understand that.
Now, I'll agree with you that if Alabama is playing Illinois in a New Era Pinstripe Bowl game, it probably doesn't mean anything to Alabama.
No.
I will say that. But to most of these programs, a bowl game win is something to hang your hat on.
Sure. To those players it is. And for the people that just want entertainment. I want more gravitas. I want a construct. I want there to be a reason that we're doing this, as opposed to just fill TV time between Christmas and New Year's, and for these companies to make a shit ton of money off these players, and the players to have bragging rights or win whatever trophy they win for winning the Cheez-It Bowl or whatever it is that they do. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and try to bash these players for playing these games. That's certainly not what I'm saying. I just, as somebody that is probably not as diehard of a college football fan to begin with, and who is very much adamant about wanting to see an actual playoff system, I would have rather seen. I would love to see the winner of some of these bowl games play another game against somebody else, to then play another game to see who's actually the best team in the country. I would rather see that, as opposed to Virginia Tech and Maryland, 2 teams that had no business with my attention playing a game at some venue because, that was a Yankee Stadium. Cool. I don't know. I'm
lucky
over it.
For you. You're going to get what you're asking for in a couple of years. So
I'm not going to get 24 teams.
No,
I'm not getting 24 teams.
You're not going to get 24, but you're going to get probably 12. I think it's going to go 12.
I think it will go to 12.
Sorry, I just was totally sidetracked because.
No, it's fine. This is the conversation that I knew we were going to have. And I don't know. I'm just not. Some of them, yes, some of them are meaningful, but they would be more meaningful if there was a game following that. If I got to see the winner of Ohio State and Utah, which was an excellent game for the record, play against the winner of Baylor and Ole Miss, that means more than just seeing 1 more extra football game that these 2 teams get to play. Because you know what? None of them really want to be there. They would rather be playing in a playoff too. So this is their consolation.